What if the car parked in your driveway is already sliding toward extinction, and the automaker behind it is keeping completely silent? Sales are crumbling, once familiar models are quietly vanishing, and owners are finding themselves stuck with vehicles that almost no one in the market wants anymore. In this video, we're breaking down car brands that are teetering on the edge of collapse, the scandals that pushed them there, and the reasons why owning one could drain your wallet and obliterate resale value. Let's get started. Number 1. Lincoln. Once upon a time, few names carried as much weight in American luxury as Lincoln. Today, however, that prestige is evaporating, and the warning signs are impossible to miss. Reliability is the first problem. Owners report suspension air leaks that leave the ride sagging instead of smooth. Engines suffer from coolant and oil leaks, overheating, and sudden power loss. The MKZ's transmission is notorious for harsh shifting, while the Navigator's gearbox is prone to slipping. Electrical gremlins, from faulty wiring to glitchy infotainment, add more headaches. Even the air conditioning often fails in vehicles sold as premium comfort machines. It doesn't stop there. The MKX struggles with transfer case problems. The town car has long been dogged by suspension and spark plug failures, and the shadow of the massive Takata airbag recall still lingers over the brand's reputation. The bigger red flag, though, is Lincoln's shrinking relevance. Younger buyers aren't interested, and rivals like BMW, Lexus, and Cadillac dominate the market. Dealership numbers are dwindling. Consumer Reports ranks Lincoln just 24th overall, 12th among luxury brands, and 13th in road tests. Hardly the scores you'd expect from a name once tied to presidents and prestige. For owners, that translates into weak resale values, expensive repair bills, and shrinking dealer support. Unless Lincoln manages to fix both its product reliability and its image, the brand risks fading into irrelevance, leaving even its loyal customers stranded with cars that feel like relics. Number 2. Buick. Buick is technically alive, but only just. For decades, it's been saddled with the old folks car stereotype, and that reputation still clings to it today. Younger buyers don't see Buick as modern or aspirational. To them, it's grandpa's car, not a brand for the future. Yes, sales ticked upward in 2024. Buick sold 183,421 cars in the US, a 16% increase from 2023. But that's a drop in the ocean compared to Toyota's 2.3 million or Honda's 1.3 million. Buick doesn't feel like a true competitor. It feels like an afterthought. The US lineup doesn't fix things. Buick offers just 3 SUVs, the Encore GX, Envision, and Envista. Critics dismiss them as Chevrolets wearing different badges, and shoppers notice the same. When cars look like lightly rebranded siblings, credibility as a light luxury brand disappears. Past missteps haven't helped either. The Tiger Woods sponsorship was meant to inject some youthful energy into the brand, but instead it drained millions and ended in embarrassment. Mechanical headaches have also piled up. The Encore and Encore GX have been plagued by oil leaks, turbocharger failures, and performance issues. This is the red flag. Buick doesn't have enough luxury pull to win over premium buyers, and it's priced too high to appeal to budget shoppers. For owners, that means resale values sliding, dealer support shrinking, and the looming possibility that GM could simply kill the brand in the US. Number 3, Genesis. Genesis entered the US with confidence. Sleek styling, advanced tech features, and price tags undercutting BMW and Mercedes. On paper, it looked like the new standard for affordable luxury. But there's a problem. Luxury shoppers don't buy bargains. They buy prestige. For many, Genesis still feels like nothing more than a Hyundai dressed in fancier clothes. The sales numbers tell the story. In 2024, Genesis sold 75,003 cars in the US, a small rise from 68,798 in 2023. But stack that against BMW's 362,000, Mercedes' 282,000, or Lexus' 319,000, and Genesis barely makes a dent. The brand is still clawing for recognition rather than competing for dominance. The warning sign for owners is resale. Reliability problems and shaky reputation are crushing second-hand values. In 2022, nearly 95,000 vehicles were recalled, the G80, GV60, and GV70, all over faulty fuel pumps that could cause stalling. In the luxury world, just one recall of that scale can shatter trust, speeding up depreciation, inflating repair bills, and scaring away buyers. The ownership experience doesn't help either. Genesis promised upscale showrooms, but most buyers are still sent to Hyundai dealerships. Luxury customers expect red carpet treatment, not a waiting area with free coffee next to Elantras. Add in US tariffs, a 25% tax on Korean imports inflating prices, and even the American-built models still rely heavily on expensive Korean parts. Meanwhile, the GV60, Genesis's big EV hope, has already stumbled. It's overpriced, unimpressive, and quickly losing ground to rivals. Unless Genesis manages a serious turnaround, it risks becoming irrelevant, leaving its owners stuck with vehicles that hardly anyone will want. Number 4. Alfa Romeo. Few cars can turn heads the way an Alfa Romeo can. With their sleek lines, sharp handling, and that unmistakable Italian badge, these machines carry undeniable flair. But behind the beauty lies a brand in serious trouble, and it's the owners who are paying the price. Consumer Reports ranked Alfa Romeo 27th overall in 2025, 13th among luxury brands, and 26th in road tests. That's near the very bottom of the industry. When reliability looks this weak, resale values collapse. Buyers avoid the risk, trade-in offers plummet, and owners are left to absorb the losses. The list of problems is long. Electrical failures trigger random warning lights, infotainment glitches, and even sudden vehicle shutdowns. Transmissions often shift roughly. Oil leaks are common. Suspension wear undermines ride quality and handling. These issues don't just frustrate drivers. They inflate repair costs and destroy long-term confidence. Inside, the so-called luxury doesn't live up to expectations. Owners complain about cheap plastics, flimsy knobs, and uneven panel gaps. Instead of premium craftsmanship, they're getting disappointment, with interiors showing wear far earlier than competitors. Sales reflect the reality. In the US, models like the Giulia and Stelvio only move with heavy discounts. Service and dealer support fail to meet luxury standards, with many buyers describing inattentive, dismissive treatment. That leaves owners frustrated and anxious about long-term care. Scandals have also tarnished the badge. In 2019, parent company FCA was forced to pay billions for Dieselgate-related cheating. Then in 2024, branding missteps made things worse. Plans to launch the Milano name collapsed after regulators blocked it, forcing a rushed change to Junior. The underlying product issues remained unfixed. For Alfa Romeo owners, the risk is clear. Stylish cars that depreciate fast, backed by shaky support and a brand struggling to survive. Number 5. Chrysler. The decline of Chrysler is one of the sharpest collapses in modern automotive history. Back in 2005, Chrysler sold over 600,000 vehicles in the US. By 2024, that number had plunged to under 125,000, an 80% collapse. The lineup today is almost non-existent. The 300 sedan has been discontinued. The Voyager is now limited to fleet buyers only. That leaves the Pacifica minivan as Chrysler's last consumer vehicle, and even it is losing ground. In 2024, Pacifica sales slipped by 11%, dragging Chrysler's overall volume down 22.6%, while rivals like the Toyota Sienna and Kia Carnival surged ahead. A comeback was supposed to arrive in the form of the Airflow EV, but Stellantis canceled the project in 2024, calling it too expensive and already outdated. With no new products on the horizon, Chrysler is running on borrowed time. Stellantis' CEO, Carlos Tavares, even admitted in 2024 that some brands may not survive past 2026, and Chrysler is near the top of that endangered list. Dealership troubles add to the chaos. A Chrysler dealer in Maine defaulted on a $4.5 million loan. In Georgia, another dealership collapsed after a fraud scandal left buyers without vehicles, titles, or refunds. Chrysler's name has also been dragged through multiple scandals, from diesel emissions fraud to UAW bribery investigations. Add in frequent recalls for stalling engines, suspension defects, and electrical failures. And it's no surprise buyer confidence has evaporated. For owners, that collapse translates to plunging resale values, a shrinking dealer network, and the real possibility of driving a car abandoned by its own maker.